How's everybody doing? Sully138 and welcome to another NHL 15 Hockey Ultimate Team video. Unfortunately, there's no trade day results. The trade day, I only got two trade offers. One was 60K for Team of the Week, Vladimir Tarasenko, the 88 rated one, so it was about 20K short. And if someone put in at least 70K, I probably would have accepted it, to be honest with you, but I didn't want to lose 20K on the deal. And then the only good offer I got was Mike Green for player of the game, Dougie Hamilton, and I almost took it, but I just decided they both go about the same amount of pucks. And Dougie Hamilton has been an offensive machine for me, and I'm sure Mike Green is great offensively because he seems to have the better stats, the better ratings overall. But I just decided to stick with Dougie Hamilton. But the trade day wasn't a complete fail by any means, and I'll just get to that in a second here. So some of you guys, or one of you guys, or a few of you guys, actually like pretty much made my day the other day. Since the trade day didn't go so hot, you guys actually bought Gabrick for 20K. His last price sold was like 8 something. Nathan McKinnon's last price sold. I don't know what it was. I know it was under 10, and he sold for 15. Dennis Seidenberg's last price sold when I put him up was 7K. Someone paid 15 for him. Milan Lucic's last price sold was anywhere from 8 to 10K, and someone paid 20. Keith Yandle's last price sold was 20K at the time of the making of the video. Someone bought him for 30K, but I do see him now for 40, 45 to 50K up on the market. I've seen a couple of them. Backstrom 20K. Hose's last price sold was 70K, and someone paid 100K. Jamie Benn's last price sold was 114K, and someone gave me 130K after not being able to sell him for a couple days at 115K. So you guys really helped me out tremendously, and I really appreciated that. I didn't expect this at all. I put a buy now price. I normally don't do that on trade days. I don't know why I did it. I just took a shot in the dark and see if anybody would actually pay the amount of pucks for that while it was up for 3 days, and I couldn't believe it. I'm sure. A lot of it has to do with some of you guys are sick with Hut, and NHL 15 really isn't as good as we all hoped it would be. But I'll show you the team update. You guys are able to give me a better team overall, and I'll show you what I'm working with. All right. So I gave Zach Parise the captain this time around, and it's actually made a huge difference for me. He's been scoring goals for me, something he really wasn't doing before in the left wing position for me. And I usually had him lined up with Parise, Bergeron, and Tavares, and for some reason that line was just not getting it done. Bergeron and Tavares leads my teams respectively in goals. Bergeron number one and Tavares number two in goals. And but the first line was just never getting it done for me. So I gave the captain to Parise, I gave Bergeron the assistant, and I moved Voracek up to the first line. I had Tavares on my first line for a long time, but this team of the week Voracek is incredibly good, especially at the price that I paid for him. I think I paid like 102K for him or something like that. I don't know if I overpaid or underpaid or whatever, but his skating is phenomenal. He's got the 90 skate. He's definitely a lot faster than the other Voraceks in this game. He feels a lot faster, but his strides, his skating overall is really impressive. And combined with the 92 hands, he's phenomenal with his hands, Deacon, and those windmill deeks and everything else like that. He's just phenomenal, and he's got the 89 checking and 88 defense to go with it. So really impressive card. I really like him a lot, and he's been scoring goals for me right off the bat. On my second line, I got John Tavares there, and I picked up milestone Eric Stahl. This line's slow for all three of these guys. Lucic actually feels a lot faster than his 86 skate suggests. I got the assistant captain on him, so I brought him up to the 87. His skating's actually really impressive. He feels a lot faster than some of the power. He feels faster than Patrick Reddy. He feels faster than Rick Nash and some of the other power forwards in this game. His shooting is an 89, and since I brought it up to the 90, he's got a rocket for a shot, whether it's a slap shot or a wrist shot. It's a bullet. He shoots lasers, and his hands are actually really impressive. Even though it's an 88, 88's still good in this game, but his hands are really impressive for a power forward, for a guy that's 235 pounds. He's got the 94 check-in, which I brought up to a 95, and an 89 defense. So it's just a solid all-around power forward in this game. One of my favorites so far. On the third line, I got Carl Haglin, and Carl Haglin is a beast in this game. Definitely underrated, in my opinion. He's a short-handed goal machine on the penalty kill. I ended up bringing him back on my team, and that was something. He was like third on my team in goal scoring before I let him go. And majority of those goals, I want to say like 90% of those goals, 85% of those goals came on the penalty kill. He's incredibly fast. He plays more of like an 87 rated, sometimes maybe even an 88 rated player. The way he skates, and he can deke and dangle, even though he's only got the 86 hands, but he's got those windmill dekes that are pretty phenomenal. And combined with his speed, when the defense tries to step up on me, Haglin gets a lot of one-on-one opportunities. And then Kessler's another guy I feel is completely underrated in this game as well. He definitely plays a lot better than the Kesslers in NHL 14. Vladimir Tarasenko, he's fast. He's got a 90 shot, 90 hands. Really impressed with this card so far. He's on my third line, so I don't see him as much as I like to. But I can't complain having guys like Team of the Week Voracek and the 90 Voracek and Johnny Tavares. So I got a pretty solid first three lines on the right wing, which I'm pretty happy about. On the fourth line, I got TJ Oshie. I got to give him a change position card. I had Gabrick there, and Gabrick sold, and I had no interest in getting Gabrick back. EA did Gabrick wrong this year. He's just he's a complete waste of a card in this game. You think with his speed and his shooting, I hear he's good with the captain card, but I don't want to waste the captain card on a guy who's going to be playing on my third line, a third or fourth line. So I got TJ Oshie in there. I just got to get a change position card for him. I had Helm on my fourth line center. Helm's really fast, and he can actually score goals for me too. He's got a nice wrist shot to him when it's accurate. That's the only problem with Helm, is his accuracy isn't all that great, and his hands are terrible. But I put Mikko Koivu in there for the last dozen games or so, and Koivu's pretty impressive for me. He's not that fast, and he's really not anything that great. But he gets a lot of scoring opportunities for me, and he can actually put the puck in the back of the net. So I decided to keep Koivu there on the fourth line. I picked up Schwartz, Team of the Week card. I wanted to try him out. I have Skinner as my fourth line left wing sniper, and I just got sick of using Skinner. Skinner's fast, and he's actually got a nice shot. He's another guy that's pretty good as an 87 rated player. But James Schwartz has he's fast. He's got a decent shot. He's got great hands for a guy that's rated 86, and he's been all over the ice for me. He hasn't been that bad at all for a fourth line player with Koivu and Oshie. So I got a pretty solid all around first four lines. I mean, I don't have any legit superstars with the exception of Tavares, but as you guys all know, Tavares is dead slow in this game, and it's kind of frustrating. But his shooting, I mean, his hands and his shot definitely make up for his lack of speed. So on defense, I got Letang and McDonough, so that's still the same. But I picked up Team of the Week Phaneuf and Team of the Week Eric Johnson. And these guys are fucking hitting machines. These guys are legit checkers, and they sandwich a lot of my opponents. Whenever I get help defense, whether Johnson's covering somebody and Phaneuf comes in to help, they just completely sandwich the guys and just wreck them. I haven't had guys on defense that lay so many hits in one game, and I really like this combo. The only thing I don't like about Phaneuf is his pivots. When he's pivoting, he's hard to control. Kind of reminds me of Carlson in this game, but Carlson is just garbage on defense, period. Carlson's definitely all offense. But Phaneuf has the 88 defensive rating, so he gets his stick in there when I need it to, but sometimes it's just hard to control him. Eric Johnson, on the other hand, was a great pickup for me. He feels fast. He definitely feels fast for someone who has a low for his base card. He wasn't that fast at all for me, but his Team of the Week card is fast enough for me. He's got 86 hands, but his hands, he seems to do pretty well for me with his hands. As far as quarterbacking the puck up to the offensive zone, he's been doing a pretty solid job for me, and he's got the 87th defensive rating to go along with Phaneuf's 88 rating. So just a solid two-way defensive line for me on line 2. And then I got Seabrook with Dougie Hamilton. And the only reason why I kept Dougie Hamilton is because his strides, his skating, his passing are pretty spot on. He's got the 85 shot, and when he takes a slap shot from the point, it feels like a rocket. And Seabrook is the same way. Seabrook has scored a lot of goals for me from the point just because he's got a blaster. So the Hamilton does a pretty good job of complementing Seabrook and vice versa. Defensive wise, his 85 defensive rating, I've had worse players that play defense for me, like Tyson Barrie. It seems like my opponent's stick always goes through Barry's stick, and he can never poke check the puck, always leaving me to get somebody to help out on defense, and just like pray to God my opponent doesn't score a goal. But Hamilton, on the other hand, his stick works in this game. He can poke check, and he definitely feels better than his 85 defensive rating suggests. He's got the 84 check-in, so he doesn't have the big body. He doesn't break up plays that well with his body, but other than that, he's a pretty solid card, and he goes for about 10K. And in my opinion, I feel he's worth it. So 10 to 12K, anyways. I've seen him for 13, 14. So it all depends when you're getting the card, I guess. I still got Mike Smith and Ryan Miller in net. I like to upgrade my goaltenders. I want to keep Miller because Miller's actually been pretty phenomenal for me. Mike Smith has his games where he does really good, but he also has games where he's fucking god-awful and gives up a shit ton of goals and questionable goals that roll under his pads a lot. And that seems to happen more often than I like. Like last year in NHL 14, there was whenever you took a soft shot from the point or right from behind the blue line, it always seemed to roll right underneath the goalie's pads, like go through the pads. It was pretty annoying. It happens to Mike Smith a lot for me in NHL 15 as well. So I definitely like an upgraded goalie. I think when I get some coins together, I'm definitely going to invest in a goalie next time. And I don't know, I might grab maybe Pekka Rinne again, or maybe someone even better, maybe Tuukka Rask or something. So. I know goalies really don't make much of a difference in this game, but Mike Smith is just terrible. So I definitely, maybe Bobrovsky or just somebody to get the job done. So I hope you guys enjoyed the team update, and I hope everybody had a great weekend. I hope you guys have enjoyed the rest of your week. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Everybody have a phenomenal Thanksgiving. I'll try to get out a live commentary for the holidays for you guys, because I don't see myself doing any pack openings this week. I blew a bunch of money on packs this week, and I gotta keep that away from my wife. I don't want her to know. She's gonna kill me. So happy Turkey Day, everybody, and I'll be talking to you all soon. This is Sully 138. Peace out.